be live.
Hello.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome back. It is our 5th episode.
Ooh.
Aurora's Herbal Chat. We're excited to be here. We have a lot to talk about tonight. So we're going to go over some herbs. We got some plants to show you. We had a pretty exciting week. I hope everybody else had a really good week.
I'd like to thank you all for watching.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for coming.
Yep.
So, what did we do this week?
Yeah, all kinds of cool stuff. So on Saturday you had some classes, right?
Ooh, I did have classes. Yep. I had a manifestation class or a spellcasting class.
Ooh, witchy fun.
And that went over really well. We had a lot of good students.
Yep.
And then we did candle carving after that. So you got to figure out how to work your spell and then how to carve your candle that would finish the spell.
Yeah, so then we burned the candles and
80s aerobics.
woohoo! You guys totally missed the best one. They're all going to be a lot of fun, but the 80s was my favorite.
Yeah, so I totally wore the side ponytail and I wore the 80s high-waisted bikini.
Me too!
With some spandex underneath.
Yep.
I wore the bright blue eyeshadow.
Yep, you totally brought it, darling. That was awesome.
Yeah, and then we listened to 80s music the whole time and worked out. And I was just getting over my sickness. And I had to work out for an hour and then yell things. And
yeah, we're feeling better now.
Yeah.
It's about 2 weeks.
I think 2 weeks we were sick.
Yeah, with the
I
flu.
feel a lot better. I don't sound real awesome, but I feel better.
A couple more days, we'll be fully back.
Good to go.
Hope everybody else had an awesome weekend. Then we made a trip up to Door County to check on Door County on Monday. So we took some time off and goofing off and went up north.
So speaking of Door County, if you don't know what Door County is, it is Wisconsin's playground and is where we have our second store. And this summer, last summer, we had Rebecca working our store. So if you came up to Door County, you probably ran into her. And she was excellent. She was so excellent that we've moved her to district manager. So we need new help in Door County. So if you're coming to Door County for summer fun or looking for a summer job, you should get in contact with us.
Yep. Yeah, there's applications out on Facebook right now, I believe. Yeah?
I think so, yeah.
Yep. You can call us, get a hold of us, or email us. Or...
It's a great summer job, especially for like if you're young and you just, you have lots of time on your hands and you're energetic and you want to go hiking and stuff when you're not at work, or even if you're retired and, you just want to go and sit in the peacefulness that is Door County.
It's not too peaceful at the store. Don't let her fool you. It's a lot of work.
Peaceful on your days off.
Mm-hmm.
We'd like some peaceful on our days off. Maybe this year. We didn't get to last year. Yep. We worked a lot last year.
So we got
classes coming up.
Ooh, yeah, there's some fun ones coming.
So Shape Up Sunday is a series, so it's going to keep going. This Sunday, we're going to do belly dance.
Belly dancing.
And if you've ever been to any of our belly dance shows, we should actually put some of our belly dance shows on our YouTube.
On our YouTube channel, so everybody can watch them. Yep.
So a lot of people want to learn to pretty belly dance, and that is not what we're learning this Sunday. We are going to do belly dance drills. And what that is I'm going to teach you the move. And so it'll be like your slow warm-up as you're learning how to use those muscles. And then after that, it's going to be go, 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 repeat, repeat, repeat. And so you're going to use those muscles over and over again and really work those muscles. You're going to find muscles you never knew you had before.
Yeah. I might have to miss that one. Oh, sorry, guys. Somebody's going to have to take my spot.
You have to work the counter.
Yep.
So if you're around the Fox Valley area this Sunday, Shape Up Sundays, come to the belly dance one. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yep.
We're going to have jingle belts for sale, and belly dancing is almost more fun when you make a lot of noise.
Yep. So what's going on Saturday? Saturday is always our big day for classes, right?
Yep. So Saturday is our cold and flu class. So if you saw our YouTube from last week, we talked about our cold and flu herbs, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And so this time we'll be doing a whole class on cold and flu herbs. So you'll be learning a lifetime of knowledge. Everyone gets sick every year. Yep. So if you can fight it off naturally, all the better.
Yeah, why not, right?
And that's going to be a make and take. So you're going to get to make a little nasal inhalant that you get to take with you all the time. And then we're going to follow that with another cold and flu class, but we're going to focus on elderberry for that class. Elderberry has been really in the spotlight. I'd say the last 5 years, a lot of people have been finding out about elderberry and its great benefits. So I'm going to teach you how to identify an elderberry tree so that you can go out and find your own elderberries.
Nice. Then you can find your own. You don't even have to come in and buy. Maybe we shouldn't have this class.
Right?
What are
We're
you
just
doing,
putting ourselves out of business.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to teach you everything the elderberry is good for. And then I'm going to do a demo and make elderberry syrup and show you how to make elderberry syrup. And then you get to take some of that home,
Oh, they
too.
get to take some home?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
All included in the price of admission.
That'll be cool.
So,
And our elderberry tastes amazing, so...
Yep. Last night, I did a talk at the Kiwanis Club. They're a organization that raises money for people. And they wanted me to talk about cold and flu herbs. And I took some elderberry syrup with, and I gave them all a little shot glass of elderberry syrup for them to try. And they all really, really liked it. It tastes really good. It's the best tasting
Making
medicine.
Feel a little better, yeah. Everybody could use some elderberry.
Yeah, so they liked their talk, and it was a little warm-up for my talk this weekend.
Nice.
So
Yeah. The more that we think about herbs and use them, the better it is. It's right at the tip of your brain then, you know?
Yep. I don't have to dig so far.
Mm-hmm.
The next big class that we have coming up is our Herbal Intensive. So I think we
the big one,
talk about this every week, but it's worth talking about. It is our 6-month class. It's a hands-on learning class. And so if you're in the area, it's a great one to sign up for. I even have students that come from like 2 hours away, and they'll drive to class every other week because it's worth it.
Yeah, we meet here in Appleton. And once the weather gets better, then we start going out and learning to identify those herbs. So that's my favorite time. We get to go outside and
Tromping through the woods and the fields and
learning about the plants.
And then there's going to be 3 classes of medicine making. So you get to pick 10 herbs that you really want to learn about, and you get to focus on those herbs. So everything that we learn, you'll apply to those herbs. And then with the medicine making, you will start actually getting to harvest those herbs and making your own medicine. I learned so much better with hands-on learning than someone
from a book or I'm no good at that.
Yeah, if I'm doing it, then it stays with me in my brain.
Yep.
So, Herbal Intensive Class, it's on our website. You can sign up for it.
Yeah, just click on the link there and
I keep my class small. I keep it down to 20 students.
Yep.
So it is a time-sensitive thing. If you want to sign up for it, get it before you can't.
Yep. People have been booking quite a bit already.
Yeah, because I don't want a big class. I like to give individual attention to all my students. And if you have more than 20 people in class and you're all trying to look at one plant out in the field, it doesn't work very good. So I try to keep it small.
Yeah, next week we're going to have a guest come in, right? It'll be a student from last year, so you'll be able to ask him questions about what he learned and how he felt about the class, so that'll be really cool. Tim will be here next week.
Yep, we're going to do a little interview with them. All right.
So we got some new stuff at the store. You've been busy
some
shopping, haven't you? It's our favorite thing to do.
It is my favorite thing to do. I love shopping for the store. Yep. And some of the new things that I got, I will be putting them on our Facebook so you can see them. Some pictures. Of course, I got new jewelry. I love jewelry.
Oh, yes. Gotta have the jewelry.
And we specialize in scent jewelry, so scent diffusers. So it's usually necklaces that we have as they sit on your body. I'm actually wearing one right now. Yep. As it heats up with your body, there's essential oils in there, and they diffuse out.
Yep.
Keep you calm,
aromatherapy,
give you energy. Yeah. But the newest ones that I have, some people don't like to wear necklaces. Necklaces get in the way. Right. So I have a lot of bracelets coming.
Yeah.
So, and those are really nice because, like, here, if I want to smell this, I kind of like put a bracelet. Like, it's just
I like the earring diffusers. Them are cool. When I get a hug, and then you smell the essential oils. Yep.
I wear earring diffusers too. Yeah. And then I've got a whole bunch of new mortars and pestles. We were getting a little low, so I went a little nuts with buying new ones.
Yeah, we got some really cool ones. You better get in and get them before they're gone.
Yeah, so we have some ones that we've never had before.
Yep.
And
Beautiful
they're really
marble.
neat looking.
Yeah.
So mortars and pestles, every good herbalist needs a mortar and pestle.
If anybody can make a mortar and pestle outfit too, we've been looking for one of them. Stand on the corner and be a mortar and pestle. Be a lot of fun.
You can be our mascot. We'll pay you.
Yep.
Pay you products.
Yep.
Tea, right? All the tea.
You don't
can
work
drink.
for free, you work for tea around here.
Let's see, what else did we get? Oh, some new books.
Lots of new books, yeah.
Yep, lots of new books. Here at Aurora's Apothecary, our big thing is we focus on education. So when you come in the store, chances are you're going to leave with more knowledge than you had coming in.
Yep.
You're going to learn something new. And so I really like to carry a lot of books so that my customers can buy a book, take it home, and gain all that knowledge.
Yep, definitely. And then we're always here. If they got questions, they come back in and try to work on things.
Yeah, I love books. I have a huge collection.
When we opened, I thought, why would we sell books? Nobody reads books anymore. I told her, don't even buy any. Boy, was I wrong. We sell lots of books, yeah.
Yep.
Not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. There's been a few times.
All right. So tonight we are going to talk about, so in February I've got a few classes coming up. And I know that's a little bit away, but one of the classes that I'm teaching is about mood herbs. So I'm going to teach about different nervines that you need to calm yourself down, different herbs that'll give you energy. We're in Wisconsin. The winter is long.
Yeah, lots of depression around here. Yep.
Yeah, people get the seasonal disorder.
We haven't seen the sun in months.
So I'm going to talk about a lot of different mood herbs, and when I start this talk, I'm going to talk about adaptogens because they're the most basic thing that you can put in your body to regulate your mood.
Yep.
So
they put us into balance, right?
Yeah.
So it helps balance out the body. And
so if you guys have any questions, feel free to chat it in the box, and we will answer questions as they come. So an adaptogen, I will show you. This is our adaptogen book. I don't know if you guys can see that. Do we have? Yes. Okay. That's how it's spelled, adaptogen. And Kevin has some historical information about adaptogens.
well, they didn't start calling herbs adaptogens until 1947. They started with that term. It was a discovery. And then in Russia is where they did the most research on it. After the Cold War, they started really researching herbs and how they can use them in their lives there. And they must have been decimated, it was a long wars and a hard life, so yeah.
Ooh, I'm sure Germany also. Germany is very big on their herbs, and they were way ahead of America for sure. So I'm sure they really looked into adaptogens also.
Yeah, there's lots of scientific research on them. So what are some good adaptogen herbs? What is your favorite?
Well, I have two of my favorites right here.
Ooh.
And I would like to have brought plants of both of them, but I do have plants of both of them, but one's not looking so good this winter.
Well, we're in Wisconsin. It's hard to keep the plants alive. We need a better greenhouse system than what we have now.
Yep. So this is our first plant. And right now it looks very viney. I don't know if you guys can see how long it is. It's not actually a vine plant.
No?
It is a ground cover. So it's sending out all of these runners hoping to pick up soil and put down roots. This is Goticola.
Nice.
And adaptogens are kind of a new thing for me. I really didn't even pick up on the whole adaptogen thing until about 3 years ago. Like it was a herbal term for me. I taught about it. I'm like, yeah, it's these plants. But about 3 years ago, I really started looking into adaptogens and realizing that like if you're going to take no other herb for your health, take an adaptogen.
Yep.
What an adaptogen does is it makes the body adapt to whatever is going on. It helps the body deal with stressors. And like, who doesn't need that?
Right.
We're under all these stressors.
Everybody's stressed
all the
out
time.
nowadays. Life's a little crazy. Yep.
So if you're dealing with emotional stress or body stress, which is like inflammation or anything,
Right.
An adaptogen is going to be the perfect herb to take. And most of them are very gentle. Like sometimes you won't even realize anything. It's one of those slow acting herbs. It's something that you should be taking.
Yeah, so we can't take it once
Continuous.
and cure your problems. It's
Right.
it's a commitment. You got to be consistent with taking them with all herbs, really.
Yeah. So so I have Gotu Kola here, and I grew Gotu Kola last year, maybe the year before that for the first time. And I had some pretty good success with it. When you give it a nice area to actually spread out and put roots, it turns into a really nice ground cover. And the leaves itself are round and they kind of look like little violet leaves.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Almost. And it is not hardy here in Wisconsin.
Yep.
So we bring it in during the winter.
Does it flower at all?
I have never seen it flower.
Okay.
And I have managed to keep it alive over the winter. And you had a nice plant here, huh?
That I killed it, yeah. I don't know. Sorry.
So I have 3 plants this year. And if anyone is actually interested in Gotu Kola plants, I have a gal that's starting my seeds for me this year. Because even though I teach seed starting, I really don't like starting plants.
Yep.
They're very finicky. And we don't have a great place for that. If we have a better environment, it'd be easier. But so I have a girl that's starting Gotu Kola for me. I bought some seeds, and she's going to grow plants. And then I will plant mine in our field, and then whatever I have left over, I'll be able to sell to our customers.
Nice. Yeah.
So you can have your own
Yeah.
Gotu Kola plant.
Yeah, if you come to Appleton in the spring or Door County, we have fresh plants that you can buy. Yep, plant your own.
So Gotu Kola, I put into a few different
Products, right?
preparations. Yeah. So Gotu Kola is for anxiety and depression, and it helps detox and keeps your circulation going. It's used for stress, depression, anxiety, and it's potentially for Alzheimer's, which is
Why it's in the
one of
3
our
Gs,
three
yeah.
Gs, yeah.
So we formulated 3 Gs for my mom because she had Alzheimer's. It seemed to be helping her, it helped her focus and stay in the moment a little more. She had a really hard time with being with us, She was off
Yeah.
somewhere else usually.
So Gotu Kola really helps brain function, and I have 3 herbs in here. We call it our 3 Gs because they all start with G. So Gotu Kola is one,
Yep.
and then
Ginseng,
and the other one is our
ginkgo.
ginkgo biloba. So ginkgo is a native. I'm not gonna say a native tree, but in Green Bay, in the city of Green Bay, it's one of the city trees.
City
so
tree,
like
yeah.
the city will come by and plant all these Gotu Kola plants. Not Gotu Kola.
Ginkgo.
Ginkgo biloba. And so when I lived in Green Bay and I was a young herbalist and a little rebellious, I would go through the city and just prune their trees for them.
Just borrow a couple leaves.
Yep,
That tree
you know.
didn't need that one, right?
So
Breaking the law.
so ginkgo, Gotu Kola, and then ginseng. And the ginseng that I have in here is Siberian ginseng, which actually, if you go by the classification, the botany classification, they're actually not considering this a ginseng anymore because it's actually kind of a bush. It's not at all like our regular ginseng plants.
Right.
So the real name for it is eleuthero root if you are looking for Siberian ginseng.
Nice.
Um,
And what do we got here? The
Ooh,
Vitality.
the Vitality.
And then you
Oh.
got Get Smart over there.
this is our Get Smart tea. So the first thing I made, so we did make this for Kevin's mother who has Alzheimer's. We thought it would help with her brain function. And I was using this a lot too because it helps your memory, it helps brain function, it helps you focus.
Who doesn't need that, right? Focus a little more.
That Siberian ginseng in there helps give you energy too. So I'm a typical creative woman who has lots of projects all around.
500 things going at once.
And like I probably could have taken a pharmaceutical. Lots of people do.
Yep.
But I didn't want to. I wanted to take care of my problem naturally. And so I took the 3 Gs and it really helped me be able to focus on a project and see it through, get it done, get it out of the way, move on.
Move on to the next one. Yep.
And I'm not a morning person.
That's an understatement.
So the 3Gs right away in the morning, it was just like taking a cup of coffee. And I have more creamer with my coffee than coffee.
Yeah.
So it really doesn't do me any good anyways. But the 3Gs really kind of gave me that
Get
energy.
you going, yeah. Boom. Get you up, get you ready for work.
Yep. And then like 3 o'clock in the afternoon would come around and I'd be like, oh, nap would be really good. But I don't have time to take a nap. So take some more 3Gs and get through the day. So this is our tincture form. And I realize that a lot of people like to take a tea. So this is our Get Smart and Focus tea. Yep. And I have our 3Gs right there. So you can kind of see that it's the same formula. Oh my gosh, I don't have my glasses on.
So Glucola, ginseng, you got some lemongrass in there, and calendula.
Oh, and the licorice.
Licorice, yep.
Yep.
And
the Hoshu Wu, which is a Chinese herb. And actually, as we talk about our adaptogens, I like to stay with American herbs, native herbs, and there's a lot of adaptogens, really great adaptogens out there that are not native to our place at all. So I have got them in and been using them in my formulas. And we're going to talk about a few other adaptogens in a little bit. But our next adaptogen, which is like my favorite adaptogen, I love to make a tea out of it. It tastes so good when I'm working in the garden.
You can smell it everywhere.
You can smell it. It's like my favorite day is harvesting the Tulsi basil. So Tulsi basil is also called holy basil, and there are 3 main varieties. Both the Tulsi basil and the Gotu kola they originate from the India area.
Nice.
In the Middle East. So over there, they are used in Ayurvedic medicine. So they use them not only to make medicine, but they use food as medicine a lot. Right. So they put them in their food. So the Tulsi basil, besides tasting really good, I wanted to make a tea where people could drink that tea every day and get those benefits of the adaptogens. Right. So I made our Vitality. And so Tulsi basil is number 1 in here. And then ashwagandha is number 2.
Yep, that's a popular one. A lot of people come in and ask for ashwagandha.
Yep, and ashwagandha is actually in the Solanaceae family, which is the nightshades, the tomatoes, the eggplants, all of that. And I didn't actually make that connection until I grew it and I saw it, what it really looked like as a plant, and then when it flowered and berried, it looks exactly like a nightshade. Oh, wow. So, and a lot of nightshades are poisonous, right? But ashwagandha, we use the root of it.
I'm glad you didn't make me test that to see if it was poisonous or not. Here, taste this, honey.
My ashwagandha did not do very well. It's the root that we harvest, so we want to harvest a lot of root. And my roots were like this big. Yeah. So I don't know, maybe we'll try to grow it in a different garden. Yeah. Maybe it'll do better. I think it was competing with all the rest of the herbs.
Yeah, if anybody's bored this spring, we're going to be planting lots of stuff, so come on out.
Let's see, in our Vitality. So we have the Gotu kola, also in the Vitality. And then I've got cinnamon and peppermint in there. Ooh. So besides making it taste really good, those are both very good for your everyday vitality also. Right. Any questions?
No questions yet.
No questions yet.
Mr. Jeremy Thompson says hello to both of you.
Hey.
Hey.
Glad you're here with us.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, so what are some other adaptogens? I like astragalus. That's in our immune boost, right?
Yeah. So that's another one that we grow, and we harvest the roots from it. And I think we talked about it last week because it's, in our immune boost, so it's in our cold and flu.
So echinacea is in there and the astragalus, so it'll balance us out and boost up the immune system. That's really cool. And then our absolute favorite, burdock.
Maybe
super fun to get. Yeah.
So burdock is a common weed around here. Yep. What I like to call a native plant. So it's available everywhere, and it's really distinctive as a plant. It has very big leaves.
Huge leaves, yeah.
And if you don't know burdock, some people will approach it and think it is rhubarb because it's got
That's
those
what I
big
thought
leaves.
at first. Yeah. It's like, look at all our rhubarb.
So we have two questions.
We have questions.
Nice.
One is, what is your best sore throat protocol for Miss Ashley? And then secondly, Mr. Jeremy would like to know if there is anything that will help him replace his high sugar energy drinks, which I think we have one of the items right on the table.
Oh yeah, you could use the 3Gs for sure. And you could add that to a little drink if you want, and then moringa would be good if he's trying to cut out and put some healthy stuff into him instead of sugar all the time.
Mm-hmm. Actually, yes, some juice in the morning with the 3Gs in it would be really
I would
good.
do the hibiscus mint in the morning because there's no sugar in there, but it is still sweet.
Oh, yeah.
So, and you can cold brew it, the hibiscus mint tea.
Oh.
So it's going to taste like a
That'd be
juice. It's
delicious.
nice and sweet, but it has the stevia plant in it, not the weird powder that we get at the grocery store, the real plant, and it tastes amazing. And then you got a new tea that you're going to be bringing pretty soon too that was really nice and sweet. It's very fruity. It was really good.
Yeah, so I don't make that tea, but we get it from one of our favorite tea people. And we've been trying it out this week, giving little samples out and seeing
Yep.
how people like it, see if we should get it in.
And then for the sore throat, we do make a cough-specific syrup. So what are the good herbs that are in there?
Well, we also have the singer's tea. And
yeah.
the singer's tea has, if you've ever taken the throat coat tea, the major herb in there that you can really taste is the slippery elm.
Slippery elm.
And that's the same thing that I have in my sore throat tea. And so the slippery elm is
in the singer's tea, right?
in the singer's tea.
Yep.
Did I say something else?
Sore throat tea. Yes.
Sore throat
Singer's
tea. The singer's tea. So what that does is it kind of puts a protective coating all the way down the throat so that you don't get that scratchy throat.
Nice.
So, and it tastes really good.
Yeah, when we were sick this time, we didn't get the sore throat, luckily. It was just the coughs. Yeah.
Just the lungs.
Yep.
So, and the singer's tea is on our website, so you can order it and we can ship it right to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so let's see.
Goji berries. I've been eating a lot of those here.
Yeah?
I've been sneaking them.
I was going to say, I don't have any of those at the lab. They're all here
Yep.
for you.
Taste really
The
good.
goji berries taste really good, yeah. And they're just so full of good nutrients.
Right.
And so goji berries, a lot of people are eating them as snacks, and that's a great way to get an adaptogen, you know, just
Yeah,
to...
throw it in your salad even, or all kinds of stuff you could do with it.
Yep, I like just eating them.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. A couple a day.
And I grew, last year, I think I tried to grow a goji berry tree, which was, it said it would grow here. It
You're always
died.
talking about the things we attempt to grow, and we can't.
It died. So
We like to experiment and see what we can do here in our climate.
we
so.
like to push our boundaries, definitely. Grow things that aren't really supposed to be grown here.
Mhm.
But goji berry didn't survive.
The one I use every day is hawthorn. I didn't know that was an adaptogen. That's cool. So I use hawthorn for high blood pressure to help lower the blood pressure down. I don't like taking pills, so I went the herbal route. And hawthorn, you can find that out in the wild, right?
Yep. So hawthorn is a native tree here, and actually there's a many different cultivated varieties too, and some of them look very different from others. Some are bushes, some are trees, and you can use all parts of the hawthorn. Our friend that came in today just had a heart attack, and he went to the doctor and they fixed him up, but
Yep.
now he wants to take care of his heart.
Heart a little better than what he had been. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a heart tonic.
Heart
that we sold
tonic.
him.
So he's making his own tincture because he's one of my students, and he bought the hawthorn berry and the leaf and the flower. So you can make a tincture out of any of those, but
He's
to
gonna
harvest
combine
them
them
all
all.
three, you're getting all the good parts of that plant.
Yeah, and if you go back to one of our older videos on YouTube, it's called A Walk on the Wild Side. You can see
yeah.
where we identify the hawthorn tree for you. We were out in the forest and identified it. Another really good one is Dante's favorite, nettle. Yeah, so I didn't know that was an adaptogen either. Holy cow.
So we make a nettle tincture, and and that one's a lot of people just take it as a dietary supplement because
Yeah,
it
it's a
has
super
so many good
nutrient, yeah.
nutrients in it. But in actuality, when you're taking it every day like that, you're getting all those adaptogenic qualities.
And
We actually have another question from Miss Heidi who says, other than elderberry cooking class, have you thought about cooking with beneficial herbs? And I think that's on the docket for April, correct?
Ooh, yes. So we are going to have, in April, we're going to get into the more of the culinary herbs.
ooh,
And so we're going to have a herbal cordials class. We're going to make herbal liqueurs, which should be a fun class. And then we're going to have the culinary class. So we're going to talk about how to make a good mix. And I will talk about, too, the different culinary herbs. Most people grow culinary herbs versus medicinal. And when they're growing culinary herbs, they're actually growing a lot of medicinals, too.
yeah, they just don't realize
They don't know it. So we'll
you're
be
getting
going
medicine
over a lot
while
of
you're
that.
eating. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so definitely come to our class.
Yeah, so
then.
stay tuned to the website or our Facebook, and that'll come up.
All right. So nettle, yeah, it's a great one to
Allergies, it
take all
helps
the
in
time.
spring and fall with allergies, so that's what I knew. Yeah.
So if you guys if maybe you don't know what we're talking about with nettle, well, we are talking about stinging nettle.
You'll know it when you find it.
Yes, you will.
Burning
Lots
nettle.
of itchy.
Yeah. And
But
the cure grows right next to it, right?
Yep,
It gets rid of the
usually-
itch and the burn.
Usually the cure is always growing right next to it, be it jewelweed or plantain. Either one of those will really help on your burn. I wish I would have known that when I was 16 and walked through the nettle patch. I had no idea.
You didn't know? Yeah.
Nope.
Rhodiola, that's another fun one.
So rhodiola is it's an herb that I'm not hugely familiar with. It's kind of a new herb to me, but it's not to a lot of people. A lot of people come into our store asking for rhodiola, so I finally got some in, and now I'm doing a little more research and wondering if can we grow rhodiola?
Ooh, we'll try. We can
We'll
kill
see.
plants really good. We're good at killing an awful lot of stuff.
Um,
So yeah, customers come in and they ask for stuff, and we try to see what we can do to supply it for them.
Yep, I think I probably started with 10 herbs and these are the herbs that's all you need, and
Yep.
and then people would ask for other things and expand my horizons, and now we have, I don't know how many herbs do you think we
So
have
it's a
on
good thing
our
we're
wall?
talking about adaptogens, because we've learned to adapt to bring in what our customers need, right?
Indeed. All right, do we have any other questions? No questions? All right. So I hope you learned something about adaptogens, because they are the one herb that you
Yeah.
really should take. If,
Yeah, so
even
they're
if you think you're healthy and there's nothing wrong with you,
Take an adaptogen.
an
yep.
adaptogen is
Add one of them into your at least weekly diet, or make a tea, or use one of our tinctures.
And we covered a lot of different herbs, so
Yep.
you should be able to find one of those herbs to
Yeah,
take.
do a little research on them and go back and listen. And
And then also the one that we skipped is the ginseng. So there's American ginseng and Chinese ginseng. And when you think about ginseng, you think about the Chinese ginseng.
I think about
And-
Wausau. That's what I think about.
See, we live in Wisconsin, and ginseng is a cash crop in Wisconsin. Not too many places can grow ginseng.
Yep.
But here, when you're driving down the road and you see all the shade tarps out in the fields, you know that's a ginseng farm. So we like the American ginseng because it's the Wisconsin
Yeah,
ginseng.
might as well use our local stuff that we have here.
And I took a walk with, now ginseng is a protected plant out in the wild, but you can get a license to harvest ginseng. And I took a walk down in the Kettle Moraine area
Ooh.
with a couple friends, and one of them had a license, and he taught us all about ginseng. And at the time that we went, the ginseng was berrying. So he taught us how to eat the berry and eat the fruit off of the seeds, and then take the seeds and replant them.
Oh, nice. Yeah, keep it going, right?
Yep. Yeah,
might as
keep
well.
like Johnny Appleseed, but with
Yeah.
ginseng.
Yeah,
it
anytime we
everywhere.
harvest in the wild, we got to do it responsibly. We don't want to devastate that area of that plant because it might not ever come back. So
Yep. And ginseng is a very slow grower too. He dug up a root for us to see, and he could show us by how many pieces were on there how old that
how
plant
many
was.
years it took to grow. Yeah, so
Yep.
kind of like a tree's rings, right?
Yeah. So we got to harvest that one, and then we all got to try some ginseng, and then we were all energized for the rest of our walk through the woods.
Awesome.
So,
Talking about blogs, that could be our next thing.
so do you have some blogs going on?
I got 2 up there now that are pretty fun. I'm working on my next one. It's been a little challenging, but I'll pull it off. We got some really fun ones on there. You put up more scientific, and mine are a little funny and a little weird. Dante does some on tarot, and Rebecca does some. So you can go to our website and go to the blogs spot, and there's a lot of fun blogs there to read. Yeah.
I'm going to try to start doing some more
Lighthearted ones?
lighthearted, fun blogs from the heart instead of so scientific-y. So
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should
I
have fun
think I have
with
a
it.
lot going on. I just got to get it out.
Yeah, definitely.
I hate typing. Ooh, yeah. I just need to dictate it to someone that can do it for me. Not you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be there all day. So readers, yoga. Megan's been doing a lot of yoga. She's cranked up her classes downstairs. She's got some Saturday ones now, and
Yeah. So we don't do just herbs here. Besides, when we have our fitness classes, and then we have yoga. So we're
crystals,
all about
gems, tarot decks.
heal your body, heal your mind, heal your soul.
Yep. What else do we got coming up this month? January 25th.
The HAFLA.
Yeah.
So if you come to Shape Up Saturday and you'll learn
Shape
how
Up
to
Sunday.
Shape Up Sunday,
Yep.
don't come on Saturday. We won't be exercising. You'll be learning
Educational
about cold and
Saturday.
flu.
Shape Up Sunday. Yep.
So Shape Up Sunday, we're gonna do the belly dance, and then from there you can take your moves and come do it at the HAFLA. So if you
Yep.
don't know what HAFLA means, that
Yep.
is our free belly dance show.
Yep. We
I
bring
get it.
in live drummers. It's a lot of fun. It's very kid friendly, family friendly.
Yeah. So if you don't feel like getting involved, you can just sit back and watch the entire beautiful show.
Yep.
Or we have 3 all dances where usually during the first all dance, people are very shy, and it's just the dancers kind of warming up.
Yep.
And then the second all dance is right before intermission, and people are like thinking about getting up and dancing.
Right.
And then right before we end, we do one last all dance, and that's when people finally get their
That's when I finally get the
gumption and
courage
get
to
up.
jump in. Like, woof! All right, I can get in there now.
Yeah, so hopefully the people from Sunday's Shape Up class will know some moves, and they'll come to the HAFLA and show them off.
Awesome. Yeah. And then, we want to ask everybody to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you follow. Give us a like. Every week we're going to have new videos. So next Wednesday at 6:15 we'll be back with episode 6.
Ooh, and next Wednesday I have a really big announcement. I've been sitting on this announcement for over a month for sure. I got some really good news, and I've been waiting to announce it, and I think next week is going to be the perfect
It's hard
time.
for you to keep a secret.
I know,
so.
it's very hard for me to keep a secret. But I have.
I'm excited to see.
I didn't
what
leak
is
it
gonna
on
be.
Facebook or anything. So
Yeah.
next week, definitely tune in. I've got some great news.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us. Go to aurorasapothecary.com, and we'll see you next week.
All right, bye.